Again, it's MiamiMoneyball.com. You go there, you review whatever game Miami's playing that week, whether that be the Dolphins or the Hurricanes, and you review the game. You look at the stats categories, you make your predictions, and if you get them right or close, and you pick out a number of great prizes and benefits that you can gain there at that fantasy football site, MiamiMoneyball.com. Somebody is touting Al Blades on the live chat. How would you evaluate his play to date?
Al Blades has been good. Al Blades is out there. He's just doing his thing. So, he plays on all the specials as well as base defense. And, yeah, he's really stepped up, his game. And it's funny, Marshall Thomas, one of our contributors at State of the U, he just wrote a piece today about the 2018 recruiting class really stepping up into starring roles for this program. And if you look on both sides of the ball, that's invariably true. So if you're looking at Jaron Williams was in that class. Cam Davis was in that class. Mark Pope, D. Wiggins, Brevin Jordan, Will Mallory, a couple of the offensive linemen, Nessa Silvera, Gregory Russo, Al Blades, DJ Ivey, Gervin Hall. Except for linebacker, because, yeah, those guys are old and they've been here since forever. But pretty much at every position other than linebacker, guys who are in that highly touted top 10 ranked 2018 recruiting class are starting to show why that they came in with that kind of acclaim and caliber and pedigree. And Al Blades is just one of those guys. So, yeah, and that's the current sophomore class or redshirt freshman. So as those guys grow and develop, it stands to reason to be pretty optimistic about the future for the Miami Hurricanes, because when you have, younger guys stepping into these starring roles and doing them well, you can only start to dream on what can happen in the future. Brevin Jordan's day-to-day, as per Manny Diaz today, are going to be a game-time decision, So we'll find out on Saturday. At first, when I saw it, I said, why doesn't he sit out? And then, he has this week off. Next week is the bye week, whatever. But there's only 3 games left. And Louisville might be the toughest team of the remainder of the schedule. So, after some quick Twitter discussion, and look, I know you guys think that sometimes I think that I can be infallible and intractable, and I'm not going to change my opinion. My opinion changed pretty quickly after talking to a couple friends of mine, a couple fans on Twitter, saying, look, I want Brevin Jordan out there. We can push. I know he might not be 100%, but I think that this is probably going to be the toughest game left. And then, you get an extra week off, because the bye week is next week. And then if he needs to sit against FIU, you're not going to need Brevin Jordan that week. So then, play him this week, get the win that you need in the ACC, and then give him 2 weeks off and then bring him back for the season finale at Duke. Maybe do something like that, which was not my initial thought, but that is my thought now.
Yeah, so Raymond Reddington asking Cam, do you see any of the freshmen on the D-line getting some live looks against the likes of FAU and FIU?
We're not playing
one of those two.
Right. We're not playing FIAU. We're playing FIU only. I mean, it could be possible. I hope against FIU, Miami is in such a score situation where, you can put in a Jason Blissett or a Jalar Holly, who has been, getting viral status for his dancing on the sideline. That's number 98. If you've seen those things, those videos of the defensive lineman dancing, that's who he's talking about. And, Jared Harrison Hunt, the third guy from New York, coming down from the defensive line this year. So, yeah, I hope that those guys are able to get into those games. They still have most of them have 3 games still to play until they redshirt, because, we haven't been blowing teams out. So most everybody only really got action against Bethune-Cookman. So I hope that the FIU game, goes to the way that they're able to get in.
Number of folks asking about DJ Dallas and Jeff Thomas's status after the season, whether they will declare, unless you want to touch on that. I think that's for a later day. We can stick to the 2019 season.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is this. Everybody knows that the shelf life for a running back is very short. I know that DJ Dallas just turned 21 because, he was on Twitter talking about it and everything. I also know that DJ Dallas has a young child, to take care of and for. That would lead me to believe that most running backs usually do go after their third year, but he's a Hurricane through and through, and he might want to stay to see, what we can do next year. I'm not really sure. Jeff Thomas, he keeps getting a little suspension here, a little suspension there, thought about transferring from the program, things like that. Might be in his best interest just to leave and try to go, make some money, get into the league. We'll see, although it's an individual kind of a thing because it's really tough as a team to look at these guys and say that they should go. But I mean, do you really see Jeff Thomas sticking around in a college situation for another year? I don't. Jonathan Garvin, maybe because his stats are down this year, but I don't. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, so I mean, we'll really dive into that more later, but we'll see.